Yeah, it is Rowie here. It is my week off still, so I figured I would have another bloody beer on the channel. What a ridiculous intro that was. Yeah, that was rubbish. If I had any sort of common decency, I would re-record that, but I'm not. I'm not going to. What that was terrible. I'm not going to lie. Got a bit of a cold. Not feeling great. But at the same time, bloody hero that I am gonna open and sup a cracking Bronson to hopefully put a spring in my step on this otherwise miserable day. So what do we have today? We have, I know I've had beers from Wild Mind. I think I've had one on the channel before. Wild Mind, based in Minneapolis, is that what it's pronounced? Minneapolis. So everything I've ever had from them have been big, stupid, thick sours, and I've always enjoyed them. So we all know my thoughts on sour beers. Sour beers are rubbish. I don't think, no, let me rephrase that. People who drink sour beers, while not rubbish as such, it's like a personality trait, isn't it? It's just like, I'm a sour beer drinker. Like that's something you should be proud of that. Being a sour drinker is about as much of an accomplishment as being able to eat spicy food. It's nothing. It's something that it's a preference. But people talk about themselves as like, oh, I only drink sour beers. Sour beers, the only thing that I like is sour beers. Or you'd never catch me drinking hops. Oh, it has to be a sour beer. Here's an idea. Go fuck yourself. No one's impressed. Literally no one is impressed. You losers. But yeah, that being said, I don't mind sour beers, despite all that. But I like one end of the spectrum or the other. I either want them to be your absolute stone cold classics. I want like a Rodenbach, something like that is absolutely fantastic. Or I want something big and stupid like this, or something from Mortalis, something big, daft like that. Yeah, and so this is Brain Fuzz by Wild Mind Ales. This is a smoothie style sour ale with cherry lime, red dragon fruit, marshmallow flavour, vanilla flavour, and milk sugar. It is 6%. It has a 4.1 on Untapped, so it's definitely got a good score. So that's pretty good. One thing that I do know about this drink, though, this beer, should I say, it says it's inspired by the lime Rickey Cocktail. Now, before I worked in beer bars, I always used to work in cocktail bars. So like years and years and years in cocktail bars. And while I was never that great, as in I never like entered competitions, because cocktail competitions are stupid, like as in they're the biggest pile of shit I've ever seen. I hate people who enter cocktail competitions. They're cocktail competitions are stupid. I've just said that, yeah. Oh, I hate them so much. They are so dull, and the people who like live for them can go fuck themselves. But yeah. One thing, so I never used to enter those things, but I was always reliable. I knew how to make things. I was like a good line cook. I was never going to be head chef, but I was always able to bang everything out the same way at all times. So I always did all right in that respect, and I was better at the paperwork than most of the people. So I usually got promoted. So they took me off the bar to deal with stock and shit like that. That was yada 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 yada. But even though it's been a while since I've worked in a cocktail bar, and it's been even longer since I've made a lime Rickey. A lime Rickey is lime, sugar, and carbonated water, right? It doesn't contain marshmallow, vanilla, and red fucking dragon fruit. So saying that this is inspired by a lime Rickey would be like me saying that I'm inspired by, I don't know, something else. It doesn't matter. It isn't about me, is it? It's not about me. What this is about is that's not the same thing, is it? If they were to say, oh yeah, it's been inspired by a red dragon fruit cherry mojito, I could see that, right? But to take something really simple, then add a load of other gubbins to it and say that it was inspired by that's ridiculous. So don't do that. Yeah. Annoys me that. But yeah, that being said, I do like Wild Mind. Flipping heck, we are talking some shite today, aren't we? So that's enough of that. Let's get it opened. Let's get it into the glass. Let's get it drunk, and then so you can go back to watching Real Ale Craft Beer and Raggy, and watch some good content. But yeah, let's get this opened into the bloody glass, shall we? Typical week off. Get a bloody cold. Oh, I can even see from inside the can. This has got a good colour. Look at that. Oh, is that a dirty glass? That's all right. This isn't, my shades aren't making it look very good. Oh, the Why Can't Beer Taste Like Beer Brigade are gonna love that one, aren't they? Look at that. It's actually so it actually quite looks like a, if you take away the head, it actually quite looks like a nice glass of Rodenbach. That being said, so I tell you what, that smells bloody lovely. I do love these stupid American-y, marshmallowy type things. I don't think we've got that style of thing yet, as in the UK. I've had some, I'm not going to name any breweries or any specific beers, but I've had some things that sound fun, but then you have it and it's just not fun, as in like it does everything that it says on the tin, but the sort of the daftness, the thickness, the chunkiness, the sort of everything that makes beers like this fun is just missing in it, right? We're just that little bit behind there. Maybe it's a ton of lactose or something like that that we're not putting in yet. I don't know what it is, you know, but yeah, well, the head is dissipated very, very quickly. I'm salivating here. I'll tell you what, we're going in. Let's have a little sniff. It smells really fruity. It actually smells really appley, like, you know, like pink ladies, sort of like red apples as opposed to the green apples. I don't know what a dragon fruit smells like. I'm not rich. I've never had a fucking dragon fruit. Are you kidding me? The cherry's definitely there. That's enough of that nonsense. Enough sniffing. Let's get it down. Let's get it bloody slurped, shall we? It's a good picture, actually. Oh my days, that is so good straight away. Oh, I tell you what, while I disagree with the whole inspired by a lime Rickey thing, I can see where it's coming from. It's tart, it's sour, it's refreshing. If it was a hot summer's day, you could chug back quite a few of these, regardless of its ABV. Not getting much vanilla, truth be told, but the marshmallow's definitely there. Lime's there, cherry. There is one flavour that I can't put my finger on, so I'm going to assume that's dragon fruit, because I've never had it, you know. I didn't grow up on the rich end of town, you know. The coolest fruit we ever saw were pomegranates, and we didn't have them. I do like them now. The pomegranates are pretty, truth be told. Pomegranate juice or regular pomegranates, you know, a little bit of that bashed over your food at the end. I'll tell you what, I've already given it one chef's kiss, getting another. Bird ass. Yeah. Ooh. So, any of you lovely lot going to Indie Man this weekend? Did anyone see the whole kick-off and hullabaloo about people not being able to use their tickets they've had for a year? That, like, oh, I bought this beer token for a festival that was last year. Why can't I use it at this festival this year? That's the most nonsensical thing I've ever heard. First of all, who can't drink their beers at a beer festival? You're at a beer festival, you have X amount of tokens. If you can't drink that many beers, don't buy the token bundles. You can buy the tokens one by one. You know, don't be a cheapskate to try and get to save the £2 by buying in bulk and then moaning when you can't use them a year later. Why would you be able to use, you know, oh, I forgot to buy a lottery ticket, you know, this week, but my ticket for last week won. Like, you can't use that. You can't. That wouldn't count, would it? They'd say no. They'd say that's ridiculous. But apparently, yeah, you have to make an exception because beer people, craft beer people. I do like the googly eyes bit. But yeah, that was the whole thing. I was meant to be going to Manchester, not to go to Indie Man, but to see some friends at Jewel in Manchester. But I can't do that now. Feeling pretty grim. Yeah, that was but yeah, if you disagree about, you know, not being able to use beer tokens that are over a year old at a festival, let me know in the comments, you know, and I'll happily read your arguments. You know, I think it's ludicrous. Like, I don't know why you would I don't know why you'd not be able to drink 3.3 pints in 5 hours. You know, that's one thing. I'm all for sensible drinking, but yeah, that's that, isn't it? A lot of people have made a good point though, where they are saying at Indie Man, and I'm not throwing shade on Indie Man, but the tokens basically work out at £3 each, and they have said if you want to return any at the end, you can return them. I think it's for either £2. I think like £2.50. It might be £2.30, and that's kind of bullshit, you know, because I kind of agree with everybody on that one. If you can return them, £2.50. I don't know where that 50p's going. You know, like my friend said, you've basically rented a token off them for a few hours, so that's kind of bullshit. But yeah, ooh, that was a bit of like beer festival politics there, wasn't it? That was. It's not the sort of thing that you'd expect me to talk about, is it? It's the sort of thing you'd expect, I don't know, the beer hooligan to talk about. He'd probably have a few opinions on that. Oh, this is bloody lovely. I mean, it's not going to make a regular sour beer drinker out of me, but that is great. I don't know, that was just silence, wasn't it? Well, thank you very much indeed for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, give the channel a subscribe, and yeah, I'll get another video up probably tomorrow or something, I suppose. I don't know, I might do another one today. I'll see how I feel. Yeah, I was meant to be out drinking tonight, so the fact that I'm not means I probably can have a few beers at home and not feel too guilty about it. But yeah, as always, thanks for watching. Give the channel a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in a bit. Yeah, in a bit. Yeah.